Hey, the arms in the golf swing play such a pivotal role in being efficient, both getting power and distance and also hitting the ball straight all the time. And in this video, let's talk about some of the aspects of the arms that you may never have considered before. I think they're really going to help you hit it better too. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Steve with HitItLonger.com. I continue my journey to hit the ball longer and straighter down the fairway than ever before. Hopefully, I'll be able to show you how to get there too. So the arms play a multitude of roles in the golf swing. They help you keep the plane. They help you keep the width in the swing from breaking down. That gives us both precision striking and power. And just so many golfers have aspects about the arms, they get them so wrong, especially older golfers looking for more distance. All right, the role of the left arm in the backswing is to establish and maintain a radius. So, if I were to stick this club right here in my sternum, like this, and extend my arm as far down as I can reach, you feel the shoulder starting to get involved there. Turn it back like this, put the club back in your arm again. You can see I'm now maintaining the same amount of width as I initially started from. Now, a lot of people, especially seniors, will start to let that arm bend a lot, or they won't get the shoulder blade incorporated into that backswing, winding that shoulder blade away from the spine and under the chin, and so your swing will start to get much more narrow. Now, the advantage of keeping the maintenance of the width from address all the way through the backswing is it gives you a better collision course back into the center of the ball. It also gives your handle and your club head a greater distance in feet with which to accelerate. So a longer and especially wider arc is going to really help you turbocharge your club head speed. Now let's look at the right arm in the swing, in the backswing. The right arm's role is to fold into the shadow, while the left arm is maintaining the arc nice and wide. The right arm can't stay straight, just can't do it. The right arm slowly folds this way up into a 90-degree angle. By the time you reach the top of your swing, you're going to feel a little bit like you're holding a pizza on a tray, like that. This I call the 90-90-90 rule. So get that elbow folding gradually to 90 degrees, just like that. That'll help it just simply conform. The left arm is in control of maintaining the width. The right arm is folding into its shadow. That also allows the right wrist to more freely cock to its maximum extent. In that position, with the arms playing their proper roles, you'll be wound up for a ton of power. Now, I think in the follow through is where more golfers get screwed up than even the backswing. And maybe you haven't heard about all these details. Now, if there's a ball in the way, of course, the fastest the club will be traveling in a golf swing is, well, 1/16 of an inch from impact. That's where the club will be traveling its fastest. We know that it loses, about 30% of its speed and energy once it collides with the ball and imparts its energy onto the ball. So if you're doing 100 here, right here, you'll be doing about 70. However, if there is no ball in the way, the fastest part of the swing is always going to be when the one moment in the golf swing where both arms are fully extended. So remember, we have our elbow folding in the backswing at the elbow, bending at the elbow to 90 degrees, immediately starting to straighten towards the ball as you come back into it again. But the right arm will be ever so slightly bent at impact, still rapidly straightening, but not quite making it straight until you arrive here, about 30 inches after impact. Now, this is an important position. I'm almost relaxed and allowing the club head whipping around me to get pulled away from my sternum. The club shaft splits my forearms and comes right back up to my buttons and my chin. That moment is about 30 inches past impact if there's no ball in the way, and that is the fastest point in the swing. Now, a lot of people never get there. A lot of people look like this at that point. The club is sucked in, the left arm is bending into a chicken wing position. Maybe they never straighten out the right elbow and wrist. This is an enormous distance sap when you can't get to that 30 inches past the ball. I'd recommend just doing some swings at home into that position and holding. Into that position and holding. Really get the feel for that full outwards pull of the club head, the full extension of the arms, 30 inches past the ball. Then, beyond that point, the right arm, now it says freshly straightened, is going to now reverse the role of what the left did. It's going to now maintain the arc. Here I go with the right arm exercise. Turn it through, leave my arm out there, and put the club in it out here. So I'm going to have full extension of the right arm to 3 o'clock, to 2 o'clock, to 1 o'clock, and then maybe it'll start to fold at that point so that the club can finish eye line across your neck and your collar. So extend out into space as long as you can until the club goes over the shoulder, and then only then are you going to let that elbow fold. Now, what's the left arm doing at this time? It's doing the opposite of what the right arm did. So as the right arm is now taken over the maintenance of the width of the wheel, keep that wheel wide throughout the entire swing from beginning to end, like that. The left arm is going to be folding and flexing at the elbow to stay in its shadow this way. All right, now let's see if I can practice what I preach. I'm going to try to make the arms operate just as I have described. And of course, we'll take a look back and look at it in slow-mo, and we'll see it that way too. All right, looking back at that in slow motion, you can see the left arm assuming the role of keeping the width and getting the shoulder blade to get involved in the backswing to keep the width. The right arm folds into the shadow of the left to 90 degrees. I reach a state of both arms in full extension, 30 inches past the ball, and immediately the left elbow starts to fold into the shadow of the extending right as the right now assumes the role of width maintenance. Now, if you're an older golfer or you're struggling for distance, I highly recommend you maybe do a video from the face on or have somebody video you. Take a look at what your arms are doing, and if they're not doing this, it's a good chance that you're not getting all the distance and accuracy that you can. So don't forget to do these 3 exercises that I've recommended. You can do the left arm wind up and hold. You can do the 30 inches past the ball extended, hold that for 5 seconds. And you can also do the right arm follow through, hold that for 5 seconds. Do those for a couple minutes a day, and I think you're going to make your arms get a lot better, more efficient, keeping a wider arc, creating more club head speed, and a better strike into the ball. Hey, thanks so much for watching my channel. I hope this tip really helped some of you out there. I'm Steve from hititlonger.com. Leave a comment down below and let me know how I'm looking in 4K. And as usual, I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Everybody take good care.